Hey there, welcome everyone to another Wednesday night Watch Talk special edition here. Yeah, as you see, we actually have a topic this evening. I'm going to try to do a better job with the topics, right? I mean, I think this is a really good one. This is something that talking about the year the snake releases. Uh, I really like these. I like these every year. You get like the Chinese New Year and then like each year is associated with an animal. And hopefully we'll have someone jumping in a little bit who can further explain this and then go over our list. But right now, we got a lot of catching up to do. Watch talk catching up to. Hey, look, I'm wearing my G-Shock. This little green G-Shock here, army green with the black bezel-ish type going on. Hey, sometimes you just need to wear a G-Shock, right? You know. Um, Anyway, look, I gotta talk a little bit about my Washington Commanders. Okay, we put up a great effort this year. Obviously, my prediction for a Commanders Bills Super Bowl did not come through. We will be seeing the Chiefs against the Eagles, a rematch of the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Yay! It is what it is. Let's hopefully the Eagles can you know end this dynasty, this run that the Chiefs are going in right now because yeah, just tired of the Chiefs. Just tired of them. And so if you're a fan of either team, congratulations, your team made it to the Super Bowl. And that's a couple weeks away, and we got plenty of time, or I'm sure there'll be plenty of talk about that going on. Um, Also, another house cleaning here. I have a couple of watches that I got to send out for some winners over the last couple of weeks. I still got to do that. Just haven't made it to the post office yet. I'm still trying to collect some boxes from Amazon so I could put them in and send them off to you. I have about 4 or 5 packages. I got Wave I owe a hat. Young Excellency, I owe you a watch, uh, little one watch holder travel kit, and I owe that guy out west the Zelos and Peter C, the last week's winner of the Timex for the couples. Couples Timex. All right. Let's say hello to the chat, shall we? Hey, Steve Time Hill is here. What's up, Steve? How you doing, Steve? I changed the dates on the streams on Steve. He gets used to, I say that I'm gonna do Tuesdays and then ends up being Wednesday. So sorry about Steve. Thank you for joining us this evening. I appreciate it. Hey, Mizone is here wearing his Blind Pond 50 Fathoms 5015 on wrist today. Awesome. James, what's up, man? Greetings, watch friends. Still wearing a Seagull Turtle. Very, very nice. Joey B, hey now. Big Eagles fan, big Bills fan. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining. Yeah, they did. They did. Very surprised. I didn't think that I was gonna have that kind of season this year. For sure. Didn't even think we're gonna excuse me. Didn't even think we're gonna be like 500, let alone make the playoffs. So hey Calvert, good to see you. Underachieving watch collector Snake Plissken, my favorite snake. All right. Everyone loves a G-Shock. I've honestly tried to find one I like, but I just can't get into them. Sorry. Hey, no worries. No worries. It's not for everybody. You know, it's for most people though. Mason. Most people love G-Shocks, but it's not for everybody. That's okay. One day. Hey, Rob. Good to see you, buddy. Hope it all is well. Um, Peter C. Hashtag no more raffles for me. Then just take a break for a little while. That's all. let let other people have a chance to win. Peter. No, man, you got the lucky hand, man. It's great. It's good. I'm happy for you. Let's see. Hey, Bojo, how you doing? I don't think I'm doing a giveaway today. I was toying with the idea of doing a stream on Friday night. Maybe if I do, I'll do a giveaway on Friday night. Joey B, the Longines Zulu 39 tonight. Very, very nice. Um, yeah, go Eagles. Um, Johnny V, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Mr. Mac, what up? Good to see you as well. Um, all right. So, yeah, we're gonna be talking, like I said, about the year of the snake watches. I got a nice little presentation here. I'm just waiting for a guest or two to show up in time. So I'm going to be stretching it out for just a little bit. Let me know what you guys. I know some of you guys will let me know what you're wearing on wrist, but let me know what watches you guys are looking for um, this year. I'm still eyeing the either the Laureato or the Pano Reserve. Those are still the two, and I'm trying to like I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've slowed down with the watch purchases, and maybe we talked about that a bunch, but just slowing down with them because I want to be more methodical, right? With my selection, I want to be, show some more restraint. So, I feel like delayed gratification is what the um, what this year is going to be about 2025. Just a little delayed gratification, and then make sure I'm in a good space to pull the trigger on one of those timepieces. Um, Rob isn't giving away because he doesn't want to deal with the wrath of Sneaky if he doesn't win again. uh, laugh, yeah. Eric saying the Echo Nutra of Avero 39 Moon Phase is on distress sale cost. Is that what you're wearing? Cool. Um, Johnny V's got the Aragon Dive Master White Dial full fume on wrist. Hey, I love hearing. These are not watches that I hear about every day. So Eric, good for you, and John V, good for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love the picks. Rob is saying I've really slowed down in my watch purchases, mainly because I don't have any watches I want to sell to offset the. Well, and you got a great collection, Rob. Me and Rob have talked about it. Met Rob personally a couple years ago when I was on my trip out west. Happened to be in a state that Colorado, where you see the flag right there on his avatar there, and he's got a great collection. Rob, you got a great collection, man. You know, um, me too. I'm avoiding buying random parts. Yeah, you've been, Maison, you've been talking about that CQ for a really long time, and I'm hoping that you make that happen one day. So yeah, stay to the course, man. The few years ago, man, we were cheering. All of us were cheering each other on, buying watches hand over fist. It was a different time. Now things are different, right? And I think a lot of us we've known each other for the last like few years, right? So we've seen kind of like um, we've seen growth, right? In a certain direction. Maybe not getting caught up with the hype. Like I'll speak for myself. Um, I'm not getting caught up in the hype as much anymore. Not getting caught up with the group think anymore as much. Also, have developed other interests too, and other ways to occupy my time. So I'm not obsessing over watches. I'm not like constantly on the iPad or on the computer scrolling. I'm just doing that with guitars now, right? But anyway, like it's a funny thing with guitars. I have a couple guitars, and I don't have that urge to pick up more guitars. I mean, I still look at them, and there's still a couple of axes I want to get, right? But yeah, I'm really happy because I got the orange amp and the speaker. I got the setup, got the pedals. I'm good. I'm good. Um, but yeah, let's see here. CQ is definitely worth the wait. Hey, happy New Year to you, Wayman. Um, Joey B, you tapped out. Yeah. we'll revisit later in the year. Not sure if I'm going to go get anything new this year. Already have two in during January. Yeah, for sure. That you got a couple bangers, man. You know. Um, so yeah, yeah. Guys like me and you, Joey, we got just gotta take it easy. Um, Wayman is wearing the bright red Tesseract Billiard for beautiful watch. Beautiful watch. Unachieving watch color. I'm not sure I can afford to wear my watches after this. Watch that is spreadsheet video wearing the two-tone root beer tonight. Oh, I didn't catch that video. Great channel, by the way. This watch, that watch. Um, so yeah, I gotta catch that. Haman giving me the heavy metal. Trying to get Haman on the show tonight. Trying to get him on. I bought a watch called Nvidia stock. Well, good for you. Hey, there was a pullback, right? Pullback in Nvidia stock because of a Chinese AI company doing it for a lot cheaper. But that's the progression, right? I mean, like, this stuff is supposed to like, get cheaper and cheaper, in time, right? The there's a lot of initial costs and things, right? And they found a way to do it pretty affordably, right? Um, but no, good for you. Good for you for picking up some Nvidia stock. Always will applaud the investment on there, man. Back in 2018, 2019, I had a little bit of Nvidia stock, and I sold it to buy some other stock, whatever. And there's a calculator online, man. I shouldn't have gone on this calculator. There's a calculator of like what your Nvidia stock is worth, and I found how many like shares of it I had, right? And what it'd be worth today. And I was like, I just closed the browser. I just didn't. I was just like, always hold. I mean, like, nobody lost money by holding, right? You know, the dead man's portfolio is usually the best portfolio, they say, right? Gets the best returns, right? I am not a trader. And when I think I'm a trader, that's when you don't do as well, right? You don't do as well. I mean, I don't do as well. Always buy and hold. That's the philosophy. Trying to stick with that. Well, I was going for the CQ last year. Then someone said Moser were going to discontinue the Mad Swiss Red, and then I decided a PC upgrade. I need a PC upgrade and a new fence, all at a bit of the funds. Yeah, yeah. But you got a heck of a watch with the Mad Swiss Red, and you need a new computer. When you need a new computer, you need a new computer and a fence. Yeah, you got to keep those. Um, did you Steve? You played the trumpet in high school? That's great. See that? See that? That's awesome. Good for you, man. Um, can you play the Sanford and Son theme song? uh, Actually saying, Waving, are you wearing the new billiard ruby in the tantalum case? Yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red color, man. Beautiful red color. Um, let's see here. Let me see what's going on. Have you guys seen? Um, I want, man. I popped open the monochrome today, and I just look. I don't know what things are really, really worth or not, whether something is special or not. But I saw this the New Age Moser Pioneer Tourbillon Burgundy, and man, this is a beautiful watch. I love this. I'm like a little crush today on this watch. Um, Rose gold tourbillon burgundy fume dial on this drab green, army green, whatever green, rubber strap. I think this looks fantastic. I don't know. There's something about this that just hits me in all the right places. Um, and I'm not really a big fan of the Pioneer per se. Like I'm not crazy about the hands. Um, I just but but here it just works for me, right? I mean, this thing is just drop dead gorgeous. Look at that case back. Oh man, that is that's a beauty, man. It's a beauty, and it's my new favorite watch for today. 60,000 Swiss francs on this one. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, I just think I think it's beautiful. Um, yeah, interesting color combo. Seems to work though, right? Yeah, absolutely, Rob. Like burgundy and green. That's not two colors that I think would go to well together, but man, this really works for me. Um, Joey liking the Moser. So does Bojo. Steve, he does love the hands. Um, Corrado saying it's a looker. Absolutely. Um, beautiful, but too much watch for me. Yeah. So James, if it's so if it wasn't a tourbillon, um, would that suit your fancy? For me, um, if it wasn't a tourbillon and if it was like a steel, like it wouldn't work. I need that rose gold case to go with that, the way with the strap and uh and that burgundy dial, because that rose gold and burgundy, I mean, like it's just a perfect match. It's just a really perfect match. And yeah, I mean, could I do without? I think since I'm not a big fan of the Pioneer in general, like the fact that the tourbillon is kind of there, maybe taking away the focus of the hands for me a little bit. I think it works for me. So like if I was of the means, I mean, I would go for this setup right here for sure. Um, and the hands are not that bad. It's just not my favorite thing about this watch, you know. But man, that's beautiful. Mm, mm, beautiful. Um, put on an Aaron Bespoke burgundy strap. Hey, give it a shot. Why not? Probably something like a distressed brown. I don't know. Um, the ghost of the text on there is really nice too. Yeah, the ghosting of the text. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm not a. I mean, I like their logo. I like the text logo. So in general, I'm not a huge fan of the ghosting, but yeah, of course, it works here for sure. Um, yeah, of course. I mean, like, uh, right. The price, um, the price is the thing, right? I mean, like, this is not showing up. Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, we're just playing fantasy, fantasy watch buying. Um, I mean, of course, yes. There's a lot of watches in that price range that you can get, but man, this is a lot of fun. This is a good looking watch. Sporty tourbillon with a gold case. It just feels sporty too. It just feels like a real sporty watch, not necessarily a dressy watch. And when you think of gold and when you think of tourbillon, and my mind goes to like kind of like a dress piece. But this works for me as a sports piece. Okay, enough of the uh, uh, googling. Hey, this is a pretty cool a piece that came out, the David Kando DC6 titanium, when tradition meets modernity, right? Um, I did a news video this morning on new releases, and this was on there. And I mentioned that I wasn't really crazy about the handcrafted text, but that was it. I mean, other than that, like I think this watch is like stunning, um, and amazing in a lot of ways, right? We have, I guess that's a power reserve up there. Tourbillon domed, really, really super domed sapphire crystal on that. Um, and I guess this is maybe the the crown over here, and like some sort of like pass through. Looks like a pass through like NATO on there, but super interesting. I'm sure it's not, but it's super interesting. Look at it. Look at that dome on that on the turb there. That's actually the top. But I'm sure the turb has a like that. You like that? I call it turb. Me and Turbion, we're down. I call it turb. Um, Gorgeous movement. I mean, you don't see a lot here, but I mean, like just the way it's done looks nice. I mean, I like it. Um, really, really nice timepiece. Very interesting, very unique looking, and of course expensive. I mean, I think it's a quarter mil. Yeah, a quarter million euro. Um, but wow, wow, nice gear shape pattern. Magic Crown, it's called, the retractable, and composed of 31 parts. Probably really expensive to fix this watch if you have a problem. Bridges and main plate in titanium, hand polished, beveled angles, and polished chamfers. Dial has a semi-sphere, subdial, hour and minutes, and silver titanium, conical curved hand in titanium. Power reserving. Okay, so I was right. It was power reserve indicator. Um, Beautiful, gorgeous. Oh, this is for okay. Bobby in Fantasyland, you could buy two. Yes, absolutely. I could buy two of those Mosers. I could buy the Moser and this Kandao. It's really crazy and expensive though. Yeah, of course, of course. We're playing fantasy watch buying. Um, all right. Well, looks like our guest has arrived. Um, and hey, happy New Year.
Hey,
See you, man.
hey, Bob. Hey, sorry to leave you hanging. So sorry.
No, no, we had a great conversation with the chat about that Moser and the Kendo. Can you turn up your volume? Is there a way you can turn up your volume a little bit, or maybe?
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Let me know. It's just me being soft-spoken instead of the microphone.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. Let me. I'll pump up the volume over here.
Okay.
A- And yeah, you're getting your fans are all here.
Oh.
Wilson chimes in, right? I mean, like Wilson didn't say anything at all. Um, this whole chat, and then you come in and he says hello. So um,
Where's everyone else?
I don't know. I mean, like I think Amin's asleep. Um, you know, Marcus is like saving a million people, and Colin, who knows, like Canadian things, whatever they do out there. Um, hey, but I'm glad you're coming on. We're gonna talk about um, the year of the snake, and look, I mean, like culturally, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you sell it. I mean, you sell like what does this celebration look like growing up in your household? Was it a big deal? Happy New Year? I mean, I guess it is, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, it's like the one time that like us kids are made to, speak Chinese to our elders and say Happy New Year, or,
Yeah,
like Lashana Tova, and get our little lucky money
yeah. A little
envelope.
red envelope. Little
Yeah,
red envelope. You got yeah,
yeah,
yeah, with some money on it. Cool, cool, man. And so like so like every year, right? I mean, there's like 12 zodiac year animals. Like,
yeah.
could you just briefly explain that to me? Because I'm ignorant. Like, I just don't.
It, yeah, it's so the Chinese version of astrology has like these 12 animals, and each year rotates through one. And it's pretty special when it's your year, once
Yeah,
every 12.
yeah,
And this year, my son is a snake, so it's kind of a it's supposed to be a big deal for him. It's more of a
yeah,
big deal for his grandparents.
yeah,
Than
yeah,
for him, he didn't care. Um, but I showed him the watches, and again, he still doesn't care.
yeah, 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 for sure. Okay, hey, well, let's jump right into it, man. I created a presentation. We're just going to talk about like some of these timepieces. A lot of them, uh, a lot of them I find like beautiful, like, extremely beautiful. I always find these very beautiful every year when one comes out when they come out with them. So let's go that. And first, one of my favorites of this year, right? And that's the Arnold and
Yeah,
Son Perpetual Moon 41 and a half Red Globe Year of the Snake. Um, I've said this many times. Few brands in my mind do a moon phase the right way. Arnold and Son being one of them, Meistersinger being another one, and Christopher Ward being a third. When give me a big moon phase, give me something that's half the dial, right? I mean, I know it's a
yeah.
useless combination, complication, but don't give me that little aperture on the corner. You know what I mean? Give me something full. What do you think about this one? This is a beauty, isn't it?
I love it. I love it. The Arnold and Son Perpetual is so nice because it's a big moon. But the problem, I always thought the problem was it's a little too big, at least for me, like 41 or
Mm-hmm.
42 millimeters, and the bottom half of it is always plain, right? So it's like a big empty
Yeah,
space underneath the moon and like the I guess they call it the bosom cutout. But here they fill it in nicely with
yeah,
like the snake and this
yeah.
like ginkgo biloba branch. And did you see that it's loomed as well?
Yeah, the loom on this is beautiful, and I don't have a shot of it, but I think last week
Yeah,
or 2 weeks ago on the stream, I showed it. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
it's
It's
nice,
awesome.
right? Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
Sarpaneva kind of loom thing.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, very good point. The good
yeah,
description. And it's a. I believe it's a rose gold. I know it's gold, but I believe it's rose gold. The snake
yeah,
is like a relief, right? I mean, it's like almost like it pops out from the dial. It's like a. It's not like
yeah,
a flat, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and again, you mentioned the loom is insane. For look, if the year if I was born in the year of the snake and I had the money, man, this is money well spent. In my opinion,
Yeah.
57 200 Swiss francs, 57,200 Swiss francs for this beauty. It's a limited piece as well. I think they only made 8 of these. Um, man, I love it. I love it. James is saying, I've always told to be vigilant of my zodiac year and be cautious of danger as well as keep an eye out for opportunity. Wow. That sounds like a real huge blanket statement, right? Like, you know what I mean? Be careful of danger, but also look out for opportunity. I think you could, James, I think you could say that every year, right? Right, Joe? Right? I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
I only watch out when Venus is in retrograde and
Oh no, you got to
dealing
head
with
for
the
the hills.
Scorpio. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, that's true. Joy B, I'm kidding, James. By the way, I was in Philly Chinatown one year for Chinese New Year. It was a madhouse. They were throwing firecrackers at each other, smoke everywhere, dragons popping in and out of the restaurants, lots of booing and snowballs. Okay. Um, no, a lot more stuff happens on your year. That's what I was taught. Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, moving on. To the next here piece here. Brigade Classique 7145 Lunar New Year
Mm,
2025. 69,000 Swiss francs. I feel like Brigade is like one of the brands to watch when they do these special editions. This one very interesting. Very different than what we'll see on the list.
mhm.
Um, but um, but man, it's just still a beautiful watch. Wouldn't you say, Joe?
Oh yeah, yeah. The engraving, and I guess with these watches, you either go red or you go green.
Yeah.
Typically, this one's a nice one.
What? Why is that? Why do you go? Well, I understand red. I think red I get. But why green as well?
Oh, I'll be honest. I don't know. I mean, I
Okay.
know I know Asians have an affinity to green, like especially the jade color, but I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
know much beyond that.
Okay. No. I mean, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Another on here on the list. Okay. It's Hublot, right? You know. They got into the year of the snake. You got that snake scale kind of pattern on the dial. When this came out, you know, I, I like the Big Bang, right? It's
Mhm.
one of my favorite models from Hublot, and oh, it's probably the only model that I like from Hublot. Um, but so I wanted to give it a pass. Yeah, but this is a tough one though, right, Joe? I mean, how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, I think if it were anything other than like all black with some red gold highlights,
Yeah,
it might be more troublesome. But it's kind of subtle for Hublot, isn't it?
yeah, it sure is. I mean, yeah, yeah, and that's crazy to say because I mean, it's still got a lot of the snake theme to it, right? With
Yeah.
the bezel, and I think the sub dials are like a snake, like the outline of it I could see from here, that like the tail at the end at the
Yeah.
bottom sub dial. Um, yeah, yeah, you're right. It's a little bit subtle for them, but still, yeah. I don't know. This one's a pass for me, hard pass, I think. Um, Wayben is saying I'll have to get a horse in 2026. Uh, it'll be the big 62.
Ooh,
Wow, wow. Is 2026 the year of the horse? I guess. Is there a horse? There's a
yes.
horse, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Colin.
Oh, where's Colin?
Yeah, I know. I just I don't know if yeah, I don't even know why I highlighted that comment. Uh, Underachieving watch collector. He doesn't hate it. Um, Bina says, I think Jay Green just represents wealth. Could be wrong though. No, I mean that sounds right to me. Um, okay, moving along. The Longines, Conquest Heritage Year of the Snake, 33,350 euro. Look, this is what I'll say about this one, right? Not all of them can be like these intricate gold cased or carbon cased watches with complications. Sometimes you need a Year of the Snake watch that is kind of subtle, but still striking. And I feel like me being a fan of the brand, right? I'll probably never own one, but but I do respect, Longines, and all that they do here, especially taking some vintage notes, or using the vintage playbook that they have at their disposal. I feel like this is a classically nice looking watch. I have no problem with this one. And if
Mm,
you wanted to go get this one, go get it. Right.
yeah.
Um, any thoughts, Joe, on this one?
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I think it actually looks a lot like a typical like
it does.
Rado has this golden horse with like the
Yeah,
same dial. I mean, it
yeah,
looks like the same watch.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's okay.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's like it. This is like the breather of the presentation. We're taking a little bit of a breather,
Yeah.
right? And before
Pilot
we ramp it
tempo.
up
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
The poors need an affordable snake watch. Right. Oh, and the shameless Bobby Legs mug plug. Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate that. Uh, moving along. Okay. Oris Pro Pilot Year of the Snake limited edition. Now, you know my my stance on Oris, right? I don't hate this one. I don't hate this one. But not enough snake here, right? I mean, we have that second hand that's a little waggly or wiggly like a snake.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much it. I mean, I think there might be something in the back, but nothing to write home about. Limited edition, and it's not that limited. I think it was at least like 500 or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, $9,100 for this one. I mean, these
Uh,
doesn't really do much. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'd rather have a Miss Piggy on this one. You know, um, Joe, you're with me on this one, right? This is the nothing burger, is right.
it it's totally fine. I think
Mm.
I like everything but the price tag. It's kind of
Oh
brutal.
wow. Okay. All right. Not enough snake. I've heard that. Touche, Mr. Duffy. Okay. Moving along. Okay. Raven Wild, they came with their own version of the You're the Snake. watch. 1650. This is, okay. Yeah, I mean, I only threw this in here because it's one of Amin's favorite brands, but Raymond Wow. But yeah, right. As underachieving watch collector had said, the poors need a Year of the Snake watch, and this is another example of one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this one. I like their dials. This one's
Yeah.
my favorite red dial. I think between the
Oh,
Longines and the IWC this year as well, and this one, I think this one's the nicest.
oh, okay. Interesting. The Blancpain Villeray
Yeah.
traditional Chinese calendar, 2025. I believe they made this announcement last year. It's coming out now. Um, and this is you made a short list for me, and you included this one here. Tell me what do you like about this so much?
I think it's just it looks so cool,
Mm,
and although I can't read anything on it because there's French on it, there's Roman, there's Arabic, there's
right.
Chinese. So I'm completely lost here, but it seems really cool. Lots of functionality, and yeah, it reminds me I should learn what a Chinese calendar is.
81,000 Swiss francs. Um, yeah. How does a red dial make it a year of the snake watch? Red is the color of New Year every year. Mm,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, it looks like Raymond Wow is not doing their homework, way Ben. So, uh, uh, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I think the red looks good. I think you know what I mean. Like, so I don't know. That's something. I don't know the answer to that one. Another watch that was announced last year for this year. Vacheron Constantin. Here's the métier d'art, right? Um, I look forward to these two every year as well. I think these are really
Yeah.
super cool. The Chinese zodiac here, the snake, price upon request, of course. But these are awesome. These are typical. Now,
Yeah.
I have to admit, the snake is not my favorite one of these that have come out. But it's still pretty cool, right?
Oh
Right,
yeah.
right, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Gorgeous. I think if Arnold and Son hadn't made that really nice one, this one would be, you know,
Oh,
probably the prettiest, I think.
oh, okay, yeah. So this would be your number two.
Uh,
No.
uh, yeah, no, I mean there's some even, but I don't know if there's another Chinese calendar on your list
Oh,
tonight.
I think there is. I think there is.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I think I have 12 or 13 slides in total.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay. So we have only a few more to go. This one.
Oh
Is
yeah.
this it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. The
That's
Parmigiani
beautiful.
Fleurier, rose gold Honda, uh,
Yeah.
Chinese counter. It's 104,000. But man, so like a couple years ago they announced this watch, but in steel, right?
Yeah.
So I think this year the difference is they come out with this one with this rose gold, and yeah, there's a whole lot of going on this watch. But I can tell you that from seeing not this watch in person, but seeing these s- um, um, fancy metals, whatever. What am I thinking? What am I trying to say? These precious metal
Yeah.
Parmigianis, like the case and the bracelet, are just absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous, and that dial is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about this one. Why do you love it so much?
It's just the prettiest thing. I think that this thing melts my face. I would go back to Chinese school so I could read this watch.
How many years of Chinese school did you go to?
I'm not gonna say because it's embarrassing because I lost all of my Chinese.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's really like
Are your parents disappointed in you?
a very, very
So they put all their eggs into your kids, right? So that they're grandchildren. Um,
no, yeah,
no.
they're not getting anything out of the grandkids either. No,
Uh,
we've like tainted the bloodline.
Oh man. So far, Blancpain and Breguet for Amin. Amin's calling it in. He doesn't even know what the rest are. Just so far, that's what he likes. Yeah, we don't make enough money, man. We certainly don't. Okay. Only a few more left, Joe. Um, the Christopher Ward, the 12 snake. Is this
Yes.
the one that you put this on your list? Is this the one that you had in mind?
Yes, yeah, this is the one. I like this a lot more than the Oris, just because it's just goofy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's another second kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the 12 because it comes in so many sizes now, and it's pretty nicely put together. And especially, you compare $1,200 for this versus 9,000 for the Oris.
Yeah, for sure.
It, it holds up pretty well by comparison, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a fun watch, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
And
Um,
did you ever play this game on
yeah, of
yourself?
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah, of course. So you have that nostalgic feel to this piece. And it's a Year of the Snake type style type watch. Yeah, no, 12 is great shape. 12 is great shape. Um, okay. Uh, BNS too corny for him.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. Eric thinks it's clever. Yeah. Okay. This is another little one that you threw in there. I don't know if this is the right ones or the ones you had in
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
The Bulgari Serpenti Seduttori watch and the Serpenti Tubagas watch. I don't know. Anyway, um, these are women's watches, but they have the serpentine feel to them.
yeah,
Very, very interesting um, way to display this watch. Right, it's taking it literally like this is like a snake, right, wrapping around the wrist.
yeah. And
Um,
so nothing new this year in the design for the
mhm.
Year of the Snake. But what they did do is these things have automatic calibers in them now instead of just quartz. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they come in different price points, right?
yeah.
Based on the metal being used. So, um, anyway, so that's why I didn't put a price on these. Uh, thank you, thank you. I did nail it. I did nail it. Uh, next up, hey, look, this snuck in. This snuck in because I went searching for that one of the watches on your list, and I found this article where it came out with no. I just happened I remember I just happened to go on Hodinkee and they have an article on their
Mhm,
best 12 Year of
mhm,
the Snake
mhm.
ones, and I saw this Bon Marcier on it. I'm like, whoa, that is pretty cool. That is pretty. I mean, like, look, it's heavily leaning on the snake theme here. That's probably
Yeah.
why I would never get it, right? But this is like I was pleasantly surprised when I saw this one.
Mhm.
Right before the stream, I saw this and I'm like, oh, I got to put this on here. Titanium case. I think it's a rubber strap. 4,900, whatever. The price is the price. I mean, I think it's limited as well.
Yeah.
But very, very interesting. You get the snake scale motif
Mhm.
on the dial, the snake style second hand here. Um, and yeah, right, Joey. I do get a
Yeah.
little Alpine
Yeah.
Eagle vibe on this one. It's probably
Mhm.
because of the Roman 12 up top. What do you think? What do you think?
I liked it too. At first, when I saw this picture, because it was so dark, I was wondering if it was on a strap or on bracelet. But it's on a strap, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty nice. It kind of read to me some kind of similar in vibe to the Hublot, just
Mm,
at a different price point. But yeah,
mm,
like pretty cool. Um, yeah, I don't know with the bezel. I think that's I think they said it was titanium
mm.
or something, and it looks. I like the color. It's
Yeah.
not quite like pitch black. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I'd like to like so I don't really know what's going on with Bon Mercier and what their catalog looks like. Would love to see more of this with more of like in without the snake motif, right? I mean, like, or
Yeah.
without the snakes. No, no, not to say this is. I mean, I do like it, but I want to see this. I'd like to see this model. You know what I mean? In their catalog, I have to go and look at it and see what kind of offerings, variations to it, because I mean, not that I wouldn't get, I wouldn't. I mean, there's other watches that I would rather have than this,
Mhm.
but but wow, this is maybe a little bit of a game changer for Beaumarchais. Anyway,
Yeah, no,
um,
Riviera is really nice. I think if you were shopping like L'Oreal or anything
yeah,
like that, you should definitely take a look at these as well.
no, no,
Okay.
no. Sorry. I know you were trying to do that, and you're trying to for the good of all watch humanity, but no, no, no. Sorry, and I don't mind being a snob about it
Fair,
because
fair.
because like and I'm sure some of the more higher end integrated bracelet sport style type watch fanatics would look down on me for the L'Oreal. So I gotta look down at somebody, you know.
Hey, you can look down on me all you want. I know one of these days I'm just gonna quote unquote, cheap out and settle on a Christopher Ward 12, even though I don't think it's settling, but I
I don't
just
think that's
like it.
settling either. But like, look, hey man, you got the chops though. You got you got a fantastic collection. You know what I mean? So like, slumming with a Christopher War 12. Nobody's gonna. I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, I want one too. But if you get one, I get one. Maybe. What do you say?
Oh, I'm only gonna get one if I have to wait like 20 months for it. So yeah, and I have to like be emailing like Mrs. Christopher Ward.
Yeah, Mrs. Ward. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, look, thank you for joining tonight, man. I know life is crazy and we got kids and we gotta go to practice and dance class. I got the same thing going on too. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate the effort.
I would have logged in sooner, but it's like bath night, and there were like these
Oh
like
yeah.
naked, rowdy kids like running around and like
Yeah.
screaming. Yeah,
Same here. Same here. Go through the same thing. But again, I appreciate it. And yeah, and guys, chat, thank you so much for joining us this evening as well. Really appreciate you guys as well. And look, I think I might be putting something together for a Friday night stream this week. Um, so look out for that. It may may not happen. If not, I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Again, thank you all this evening. Thanks again, Joe, and see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care, guys.
by Rob.
Bye.